This research and development path is a little scary because we do have that demo day that we have to hit.
2 weeks, what we've got the countdown happening for now. We've all got that clock now going backwards in our heads.
That's why we also have put everyone on board that we could afford to get it done as fast as possible to meet the deadline. It's just the fact that this is not something that has been solved really in a satisfactory way by anyone out there.
So how do we help people visually impaired actually navigate the inside world, and how do we make that a reality from idea to launch?
It's also a bit of a noble expedition as well that we're going on to help people who are visually impaired, and then there's a wider vision as well. It's actually a product that relies on some technical innovation, so we need the expertise and experience from everybody in the team.
First, define the outline,
Yep.
so capture it in the app, and then place the beacons, and then the beacons will allow you to see exactly where you are.
The job is to triangulate somebody inside a building. So we've got these new beacons that help do that. So they're like GPS satellites for indoors.
And as you can see, it's still catching up a bit.
Yes.
So it's
And
not...
are these the positions that it thinks that I'm at?
Funny enough, it was actually quite a bit better this morning before the demo. So that's always the nature of demos. It never...
It's always what happens.
Things tend to...
See, yeah, I've dropped out again. I wonder what's interfering there. Personally, I like everything to work 100% of the time. So going into this process where it's sort of a little bit, or it might work, it might not work. It might work if we use some blue tack and some sticky tape. It does make me quite anxious.
As you can see, it's never 100% perfect. That could potentially...
We are going to have to wait for the technology to catch up.
It takes a village to get bug testing and fixing right.
We have a mobile team led by Vlad.
So there's the back end, which is sort of like hidden from the user, and it's like how it kind of operates in the background.
They're the developers, there's a front-end team, back-end team, and then there's the designers.
At a very basic level, our role is to make things look pretty.
And of course there's Anna as well. She needs to make sure she's totally across it and she's guiding us and directing us.
It is absolutely true. Hire the best people and get out of their way, and give them encouragement every once in a while, or bring in a cheesecake.
We want to make Anna's business a success, and we want to do whatever it takes to do that.
We need as many people as possible testing the app to ensure that there aren't any showstopper or huge bugs which are hampering the user experience or not allowing a user to do something basic. If you don't find, say, like at the minimum 10 bugs right at the beginning, you're not doing it right. So it's important to jump straight in there and actually test every aspect of it that you can try. Our SheStarts founders have come in with these huge visions of products that are going to change the world, but how do we actually do that in reality, and what do we build first and actually test with users and then develop iteratively? It's really important to actually not try and fix every single bug in your app, because we could be perfecting every tiny detail for the rest of the year and not release anything.
Particularly with something like this, where you're talking about relatively new technology. It's important to recognise that while you might get to that grand vision eventually, it's going to take some steps.
What features do we want to build at that critical MVP stage, and what features do we unfortunately have to leave out from the first build? Bug testing and fixing is an iterative process. It sort of isn't like a stop-start thing.
At the moment, we're just putting all these building blocks together just to have something that can prove the concept, because a big part of it is just also demonstrating how we can improve the usability of such an app for visually impaired people. It's full steam ahead at this moment.
Hoping we're going to get to play with something today.
We will. Yeah,
Yes.
we'll go up and have a bit of a demo upstairs.
Yes.
Yay!
Yeah, so made some progress since you last saw it 2 weeks ago.
Yes. Yep.
And we've even explored another technology. We've tried this amazing technology that uses the magnet inside your phone and judges how that interferes with the magnetic field of the building itself.
So this doesn't use any beacons. This just works purely on compass measurements.
Right.
Same idea. The blue dot is where you are,
Right.
where you're supposed to be.
Where I'm supposed to be. So it's still not...
So it thinks that we're
Quite.
somewhere there next to the door.
The door, yeah.
Or 10 meters to get to the kitchen.
So is that little arrow where we are?
Yes,
So
supposedly.
it's sort of a little bit off.
Yes.
Yeah. When things aren't quite working, I know I've got a big vision and I'm asking a lot of them, but I really get quite anxious when we're in these meetings, even though they have been doing work, but it doesn't feel like we've moved much further forward, because what the tech team are doing is they're trialling a lot of additional technology, because we know that beacons won't do it just on their own. So we've been trying something and then trying something else and then trying all three together.
That would be too inaccurate for us to really use, unless it can be refined. Big question for me is, how accurate do we really need to be?
Yeah.
And I think we've got to get to the navigation point before we figure that out.
Sounds good.
All
Thank
right.
you.
Okay, cool.
Okay, I'm going to let you get back to work. Really hoping that the tech team have managed to get some of the tech working a little bit better. Really hopeful. They've been looking happy when I've been walking past them, so I'm hoping that that's a good sign that what they've got to show me is going to be working.
Because we're going to do that when the new beacons arrive. So
they've not turned up yet.
Your package is being delayed due to the processing involved with handling lithium batteries. Delivery will be rescheduled.
Okay, not good. It is a worry because we haven't been able to have a run through, or not yet, and I would have really liked to have had a run through this week to feel all warm and fuzzy about the test next week and then the demo day the week after. We'll get there, we will. It's not the end of the world. Yeah, no, it's going to be perfect. Next Friday, it's just going to be awesome.
How is the best way for us to proceed forward?
You can sometimes lose sight, the MVP gets blown out.
It's not running to a normal course, but there is no normal course.
We are about to go into our last test, fingers crossed.